Hey guys, welcome to 6 feet 2 inches vlog. Today we are going to learn the concepts of biopsychology. I'm going to give you the introduction of what biopsychology is and about nervous system. So let's go. Okay, so what is biopsychology? Biopsychology or behavioral neuroscience or behavioral biology is basically the scientific study of the biology of the brain and behavior. It emphasizes on biological mechanisms which takes place in our body and how it affects our behavior or our psychological states. Okay, so Aristotle first used to believe that mental activity was controlled by the heart. And the second point which I've written is important for examination. They can ask you who proposed dualism concept. So it's Rene Descartes. According to him, human body possessed a non-material soul as well as material body, and he believed that mind and body both are linked together by pineal gland. Okay, now let's study the concept of nervous system. So nervous system is basically like information processing system. Just like computer, you give the input to the computer, then the internal software hardwares of the computer will process the information which you input, and then it will give you the output. In the similar way you can relate it to the nervous system. So the input are actually the sensory signals which is given by our sensory organs, like through touch, smell or eyes or nose. These are sensory signals, and the brain acts on the information and then process it and then gives the output. So there are two parts of nervous system. First one is central nervous system and second is peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system contains all nervous tissue. Again, the peripheral nervous system is divided into two subsystems. The first one is the somatic nervous system and second is the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so always memorize whole nervous system. Like I have given the uh, mind map in the further slide. You can check it or screenshot it. Also note down in your notes, because they do ask such kind of questions related to the nervous systems. So peripheral nervous system, I told you, as it consists of somatic and autonomous nervous system. Okay, so whenever somatic name comes, always remember that movement is involved in this kind of system. So whatever movement we make is involved in somatic nervous system, and it carries messages between the sensory organs and central nervous system, and again from central nervous system back to the muscles of the body, and that is when movement takes place. Now we are seeing the second part of peripheral nervous system, which is autonomic nervous system. It carries messages between central nervous system and the organs plus glands of the body. It is responsible for involuntary responses. For example, if you are going on a date for the first time, or if you are going for some job interview, you will experience your heart racing, and you will experience that you're not feeling hungry and all that kind of thing. So it is because of sympathetic nervous system, which we will learn about what roles they play in the next lecture. For now, I'm just giving you the introduction of the system and biopsychology. So yes, this is because of autonomic nervous system, and under autonomic nervous system again there are two parts. First one is sympathetic nervous system, second one is parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so remember we have seen the part of central nervous system which consists of brain and spinal cord, then peripheral nervous system which consists of somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Okay, so again we saw that autonomic nervous system has its own two subparts. Okay, so now we are going to learn about autonomic nervous systems part. So the first one is sympathetic nervous system. As I told you, it is activated during stress and which leads us to fight or flight response. And parasympathetic system is responsible for regulation of body functions to conserve energy. So I'm going to give you quick like a trick to remember this. Okay, so remember that whenever you're under stress or like under extreme stress, your sympathetic system will be responsible for your heart racing, for pupil dilation, and for shutting down all your essential systems, because most of the energy will be needed for fight or flight response. That is the work of sympathetic nervous system. But Paris sympathetic nervous system, what it will do is it will conserve the energy, and it will act in the opposite manner of sympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic system is responsible for calming down your body and for relaxation. Okay, so you can remember para means pyar, means love, so it's like lovable kind of system. So it's responsible for regulation of body functions. For example, these two systems work together, and if sympathetic system has increased your heartbeat, then parasympathetic system will be responsible for decreasing it and for bringing back it into normal state. So this is the example, and both are closely linked to the endocrine system. So now what is endocrine system? Endocrine system means which directly releases hormones into the blood streams. It does not have ducts. It's a ductless system. Okay. Okay, so here I am sharing the image. You can pause this video and take a screenshot of it, or you can jot this down in your notebook because it is important for you to know the basics. They may ask you any questions which I have covered at the end slide, so you can go through it. But first, just memorize this, the mind map. Like, first, the central nervous system, which is brain and spinal cord. Then again, there are two different systems of peripheral nervous systems, which is somatic and autonomic system. Somatic responsible for motor actions like motor neurons, and autonomic again consists of two subsystems, which is sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, and here you can note that it's given that afferent and efferent part. So now in next slide I will explain what afferent or efferent neuron I mean nerves are. Okay, so it's also important to know what the difference between afferent and efferent nerves are, and I will also again give you the trick to remember it. So afferent nerves basically are sensory nerves which carries the message to the central nervous system, and efferent nerves are motor neurons which carries the neural impulses from the brain to the muscles or whatever organs to cause the movement. Okay, so in this part the simple trick to memorize is efferent का initial e लेने का, and the initial e you will connect it with like ending. So ending is like brain is ending the action, like it's giving out the message to the muscles to cause the movement. So this is the trick you can apply to memorize it. So this is the difference between afferent and efferent nerves. Okay, so I have given the introduction, a brief introduction of biopsychology, and I will be further explaining in details in next lectures. So, I'm doing a concept check here. You can try to answer it by your yourself first by pausing the video, then resuming it to check the answer in next slide. Okay, so the first question is, brain and spinal cord is a part of what? uh, A. Sympathetic nervous system. B. Central nervous system. C. Frontal lobe. D. Peripheral nervous system. Take your time to answer, then check the answer in next slide. Okay, so the answer is central nervous system. Brain and spinal cord is the part of central nervous system. Okay, okay. So second question is, autonomic nervous system consists of what? A. Spinal cord and sympathetic nervous system. Somatic and peripheral nervous system. C. Sympathetic and parasympathetic system. Or D. Brain and parasympathetic system. Take your time, then resume to the next slide to check the answer. Okay, so the autonomic nervous system consists of sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. This is the reason why I asked you to note down that mind map and to memorize it, because they might ask you twisting questions regarding the systems, like which is the part of which, or what is the role of this and this. So this is the answer. Okay. Thanks for watching, and do share and subscribe for more upcoming NET, JRF and SET psychology content and MCQs. Stay tuned.